Hi, this is Amanda. I'm editing the video. I realized though that we didn't explain to any newcomers on the channel that Priscilla left the order and her whole story is on her channel if you're interested in hearing more about it. But a little bit about it is she was forced into rehab because her parents were trying to get her married to her cousin. She actually has a video on that as well. And I did want to show you guys just a little clip from her scene on Escaping Polygamy, just to kind of introduce you guys to Priscilla's story and kind of, I don't know, let you see the badass bitch that she is.
From the second Priscilla arrived in Vegas, she was welcomed into a loving home, but with leaving the order, leaving polygamy, there's no guarantee. You could have the best life on the outside and you could still go back.
When I was in the order, my outwards appearance kind of reflected how I felt inside. It was always really dark, but now I feel like I'm glowing because of how much my life has changed. The people that I met and the people that were here helped me realize that who I was wasn't who I wanted to be. Now I know that I am who I want to be.
What do I say?
Hi guys, I've been gone for a long time again.
So like I promised, it's been like a few days and I'm back.
I'm gonna be here every week, crickets, for a whole year.
I know. Every single time I make a video, I'm like, don't worry guys, I'll be back really soon.
Is it because of editing or what do you think it is?
Yeah, editing. I hate it.
I like editing, I just hate how much time it takes. This is Priscilla. Welcome back to Priscilla's channel.
You don't recognize me.
It's because I got way hotter.
No, I miss my blonde hair.
You do?
I do.
Why? When I went black hair, I miss my blonde hair a lot. But now I look at my black hair, I'm like, damn, should I do that again?
Yeah, I miss my blonde hair. I mean, I feel like it's just like,
it's different.
Yeah.
This is the part 2 of the Cody Brown reaction.
Polygamy, literally, it could be a gift where it dilutes personalities. But if I'm married to this woman and she's really cantankerous or I don't enjoy her, but I can't leave, it'd be nice to have another wife because then I can get away from her.
Okay, I need the wine. He's like, that's why God made it, because women are really hard to be around, so let's have 12 of them.
You lie. That's the reason I call you the Teflon Queen.
Says, as usual, Cody heard the term and used it not knowing what it means. Made no sense in the context he was using. He just tossed it out there trying to sound smart. Yeah, because I feel like he uses really big words and sometimes I don't know if he knows what he's saying.
Maybe that's a polygamous thing because my mom does that all the time. And then guess what? I started to do it because my mom did it. And I got called out because I did it on Escaping Polygamy. I literally was like, I was saying, okay, we need a scapegoat, thinking that meant an escape route in case we get caught. I'm like, we need an scapegoat so that we can get out of here. And Jessica's like, I think you don't know what it is. I was like, can you edit that out? Because when you grow up in this like small society, we are kind of, I hate using the word stupid, but I felt really stupid when I left because there was so much that like, they didn't expose us to the world, so then we have these weird like meanings for things that are different than what people know out here.
You lie. That's the reason I call you the Teflon Queen. Because you're lying about what has happened and what's been going on.
It's wild to me that you think I lie because I think you're manipulating.
Well, tell me how I'm manipulating. Oh, no. Tell me how I'm manipulating. Oh, no. Tell the whole world. Tell the world. And then go hang out with your buddy Christine.
Oh, there it is.
That is what he was mad about.
We knew it. She doesn't like her because she's friends with Christine. It's like, shut up. You were married to Christine. You have kids with Christine. And you're going to act like that?
He's like, just so you know, I used to sleep with that girl. Your buddy?
Tell the world how I've lied, how I've manipulated, how I've done you wrong.
Oh. She don't even need to tell the world. We can see it. We see it, dude.
We're all telling her.
Like, leave him! Run!
He loves to sit right here, talk me without ever having that conversation with me to my face.
Yeah, I mean, this is one thing about being public and our lives being recorded, is we hear things that we don't say to each other's faces.
I made all the efforts to love them. I made the efforts to join them together. I made the efforts to make everything work. I made the effort. I was Atlas carrying this family on my shoulders. And the minute that I shrugged it off,
I think you decided you didn't want to be a plural husband anymore. Cody, I think you're trying to do this all to justify. Christine is gone.
What am I justifying?
You're pushing me
What
out
am I
the door.
justifying?
You're now pushing me out the door.
no, I'm not.
There's this thing that men will treat women, like not all men obviously, but there's some men out there, especially narcissists, that will like treat all women like trash because it's not their dream woman, and once they find their dream woman, it's just like they finally know how to like be a good person or treat them right, or like, and maybe that's what it is, like Robin's his dream woman and he's like, everyone else can just get out, but he needs it to be their fault because he's the one that dragged them into this plural marriage.
I think it's also a mixture of two other things, where one, you know how you self-sabotage when you don't think you deserve someone?
Yeah.
I think it's part of that, and two, he does not want to be held accountable, and these two wives are the ones making him be held accountable the most.
Yeah.
And he doesn't deserve that because he's not ready to be someone who's accountable and a better version of himself. So either he's got to leave or they got to leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're not going to stay with someone who's going to keep playing this game. And he wants to keep playing the game. And I think Robin is okay with him playing the game. She supports it. Robin is an enabler, and these two aren't. That's why they keep butting heads.
Yeah.
And I show up here?
Choose between my children and me. Cody, it's been a week. You've gone a week and you don't call, you don't come. I don't ever know when you're going to come. It's like you're just doing this really weird.
Are you really doing a relationship with me? I need you to stop blaming me for everything and start being culpable for what you have done. The boys lied and I couldn't get them to...
The boys are your kids too, though.
Right.
Why
like,
is
that's
that?
not something that she did. And you don't get to just disappear for a week and be like, are you even in a relationship with me? Like, I don't know. Do you come to my house, homie?
Yeah. Like, what the hell? I don't understand why he thinks he has any standing on these stupid little points. Look at her. She's like so over his shit. She's like, oh my God.
by the rules. The boys didn't like the COVID protocols. They're young. They didn't think they were going to be affected by it. Sure, Dad, whatever. And they continued to socialize and continued to be around their friends. They continued to date. They brought COVID home from that. The whole time saying, Dad, we're being careful. We're doing everything you're telling us to. But they weren't. And they're blaming me.
Okay, well, that's your problem with them. Like, go talk to them.
And they're blaming me for the choices that they had. They were not culpable. That is not gaslighting. That is
You made
accountability.
this about all these other problems that we have that we can't sleep under.
I
this
did
became,
not.
Yes, you did.
I
You
did
said,
not. I
"We're
did
an
not. I did
alcoholic."
not.
Wow.
Stop talking like I'm just an idiot here.
Well, then stop talking to me like I am.
Janelle,
What is stop talking like an idiot, motherfucker?
you made fun of me to the boys.
It's so easy to make fun of you, Cody. Stop being so stupid.
Look at your ramen noodle hair.
Yeah, if you wouldn't be so stupid, then we wouldn't make fun of you. Look what you made us do. You made us do this. Drink the rest of it?
Oh, you don't want some?
I feel like I drank most of it. It really is too easy to make fun of him, though. It's not even our fault.
Yeah, because he's like, if he feels like he's losing the conversation, he just says it louder. He just keeps repeating the same thing, but louder.
The one-
Like, sir, relax. That's how my toddler talks to me.
Ugh.
That's like I mean, I'm not saying he's narcissistic because I can't diagnose
I think
anybody,
he is.
but that's how narcissists act. Like, if they just can't let you talk, then you can't explain your side, and it stays your problem.
See, have you ever had my back? Have you ever been a team with me? Have we ever co-parented? Your co-parent was Christine. Why?
Because, Cody, you were never available. Never been.
That is such a lie. That is such an excuse.
Favoritism,
That's
okay.
every excuse every polygamous woman that finds a problem with it makes.
Christine.
Because you're not there.
Exactly, and so Christine helped her raise her kids because she was working a lot, and Christine like made that agreement. Christine also offered to help Robin with her kids. Like, Christine was so good at trying to be the mother for all the kids because he was not there. And so, I mean, yeah, I don't know. The whole thing is just really stupid because he just wants to sit there and be like, well, why were you asking Christine for help? Because, dude, you were unreliable. As a polygamous wife, in the order too, women cannot plan on the man. They're like single moms.
Right. If there's ever a man that will like watch your kids for you while you go do something while you go to the grocery store, then other girls will be like, oh my gosh, you're so lucky he does that for you. They literally act like those are not their kids. And it's usually only ever when the guy only has one wife. And then once he gets another one, I don't have time for that. I can't do that. Like, just bring them to the store with you. Like, you should have gone to the store after work or whatever it was. Like, and it's just like this whole thing.
Yeah.
And you never get time to yourself unless you drop your kids off with another wife or a friend or a family member.
It's so sad because I worked at the Order grocery store, and so many times, you guys, they would leave their screaming babies in their car to go shop.
You would always see these huge vans filled with kids climbing around like whatever. And
it's the product of like these men just don't want to be held accountable. They want the women to have all these babies. But they're not going to raise them. They're not going to take any accountability over them. And if the babies are ever having any issues, it's not their fault. You know? It's just I feel like that...
Hello?
Rhoda!
Stop getting robbed.
Can you stop being robbed for 2 seconds? We're filming. Okay, continue. I've had so many people be like, oh, I want to... Like, jokingly, when they find out we're from polygamy, they're like, oh, how do I join? It's like... But then they also say like, oh my God, how do these men take care of all these kids? They don't. Right. It's the woman's responsibility.
I'm gonna start lying and being like, oh, like you have to do this, you have to do that.
Yeah,
like,
if you want to join, give me $5,000 right now. I'll put a good word in for you.
Right, like my video, and when I was talking about like I almost married my cousin, all the guys were like, I can be your cousin.
It's like, but the reality of it is not what you think it is. Like I make this joke a lot with it doesn't happen as much anymore, but when Sister Wives was doing the first seasons and people thought that it was like a healthy, happy relationship, people thought it was like funny and like wanted to join it. So I had guys being like, oh, how do I join this polygamy? And I would literally be like, you like having sex with your sisters? And they would be like, what? No. And I'm like, you look like you like having sex with your sisters. I would make it about that because that's what a lot of it is. I don't know any polygamous group that doesn't live incest. Is it blue? Okay, I'm going to see if there's any more wine in this other one really quick, really fast.
Wait, is the FLDS, do they live incest? Well, cousins.
Yeah.
Because I remember they would always say like, I'm glad I'm not in the Kingstons because they marry their siblings.
Yeah, they won't. So FLDS is Warren Jeffers. They won't marry their siblings, but they will marry cousins. Okay. And from what I've heard, like every marriage is at least a little bit related nowadays.
Every excuse every polygamous woman that finds a problem with it makes, and it's
wild to me because Robin's so perfect.
What did I say that she was perfect? You're jealous. You're bringing her into something that isn't hers to be owned.
You made this about way bigger than COVID.
The boys made this about Robin. That's the only reason she got brought in. I don't think you've ever admitted your culpability in the problems in this family.
This is wild to me that you are blaming me for this. You are the
I'm not blaming you for everything.
You are the one.
But all I needed was
You are the one who said the boys cannot come until they apologize.
And I corrected that, and you're not listening.
And then you said to me,
stop
no,
that.
you listened to me.
I corrected that.
You listened to me.
I even apologized for that.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
No, you did not.
If he was not on TV, he'd be like, shut the fuck up.
I believe Janelle 100%. I believe that he didn't apologize. I believe
he didn't.
Yeah, there's no way, but he wants to act like he did. He wants to act like she's just this crazy girl. And he did that with Christine too. Oh, you're just crazy. You're remembering things differently. It's like, oh, so everyone else remembers things differently, but Cody remembers them correctly. Like, okay.
Yes, 4 weeks ago, I apologized for that.
No,
I said we need to get together, and all it is about talking with them.
No.
It's not about them apologizing.
No, you said, oh, well, that's after I'd already made my plans. And you're like, oh, well, I guess that was a conversation I had with you a couple times. So I can see where you thought that. I feel like
You know what's crazy is being in a relationship with a narcissist, you start to have I felt like I started to have a really good memory because they would always call me out and say, I never
Right.
said that, this never happened. And so
Right.
I remember thinking I should just record everything.
I know you started recording stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when you did that, I remember thinking like, I wish I did that in my relationship, like my previous one. 'Cause
Where
I'm
they
like,
gaslit you, huh?
I'm like, oh my god, like, did I actually remember this wrong or whatever it was, or like,
The
I
sad
had deleted text messages and I couldn't go back.
The sad thing is though, like when you record things, you're like, look, I recorded this, like you did do this. Then guess what happens? They turn around and you're so crazy that you record, you know what I mean? You never can win.
Yeah.
So the only time you can record is if you're just gonna keep it for your own knowledge so that you're not gonna go crazy. When I first watched this though, the very first episode, I was so triggered and like, cause they made it seem like it was such a happy family.
Yeah,
And-
in the first few seasons.
But I sat there and I was like, he reminds me so much of these order men. There's no way. Like he's a narcissist. Like I just kept saying that. And here it is. He is. Shocker.
Because nobody ever went against him before, so he never showed his true colors.
Yeah.
Just like Paul, how everyone was like,
He's such a good guy. He's never
so
done anything
amazing,
to me.
he's this, he's that. He literally went to school.
Psychology.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our
But
leader
then
of our cult.
when I yelled at him, he was like, oh my god, and
How
yelled
dare
back.
you? Yeah, because they're so used to being like bowed down to. So when someone like you was defiant to him, he didn't know how to handle it.
I feel like I'm being gaslit. I'm being told that you say something.
You're using that because I used the term.
Oh, I came into this conversation expecting to use that term. Because I feel like you are constantly gaslighting me.
Janelle, okay, there's a problem in the family.
You use that term because I used it first. Of course.
So
Oh, that's so nice.
He's trying to be like, you're just pretending to be smart because I'm smart. That's like
Demeaning,
exactly what he's saying.
Just trying to devalue
You only
anything
know
she
what
says.
that means because of me.
Just like Teflon Queen.
A problem that needs to be solved, and everything's too hot now, and everybody thinks that I'm the bad guy. And so, I don't expect to see anybody at Christmas time. I don't expect to see you. You have cheated me out of my contact with my family.
It is not my fault. You asked them. You asked them, Cody. I have not done anything. You asked them who they blame.
Well, they blame me because you do.
I do not.
It's because you said it. You started this whole thing.
Janelle, I saw you right there mock my rules.
Well, and I've seen you call me all kinds of names.
What? That you're lazy about the rules? That you won't accept accountability?
Cody, in the very beginning,
No, you make this
Listen to me.
excuse forever, but I've...
Shut your mouth and let me talk to you for a minute. No.
She did it! She said what we were all thinking. Shut your fucking mouth. Oh, I love that. I wanna see that again. Do it again.
Lazy about the rules? That you won't accept accountability?
Cody, in the very beginning,
No, you make this
Listen to me.
excuse forever, but I've...
Shut your mouth and let me talk to you for a minute.
No.
You won't. You keep cutting me off.
No.
You keep cutting me off.
There is no
Look, he's
interest
trying
in
to leave
understanding.
Oh, now he doesn't like it. I wonder if he's gonna run away like he did last time. He ran
got
away.
up off the couch. He's like,
No. I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. Turn the cameras off. I'm gonna beat my wife. Oh my gosh, she's ballsy though to say that because I guarantee you he's pissed, but because the cameras are there, he's like,
I don't expect you to back me up anymore. I'm not going to look for it. I'm not going to ask for it. I don't expect you to try and help us co-parent the kids. That's too late. We're never going to do that.
This is not...
So what partnership do we have?
This is not only me, Cody. Don't you dare point your finger at me.
I've been here day long, in and out, for all these years without your support, while you were deciding what you were doing without consulting me.
You know what? Let me tell you what.
he wants her to consult with him. He wants her to be like, what do we do here? What do we do here? What do we do here? When he's never there. Why are you going to be the head of the house when you're there rarely ever?
right. Like,
And then
you're gonna constantly have people calling you like, this person wants to go to their friend's house. Is that okay? He'll be like, stop calling me.
Yeah, literally. And that
Be a
happened,
mom.
Yeah, that happened in the order all the time where it's like, why are you bothering me? I have other wives to tend to. So I guarantee you she's gone through this whole thing where she's like, I'm just going to be the single parent that I am. And this happened a lot in the order actually where well, I don't want to say a lot because it was kind of rare to see a divorce because people are so scared of getting divorces in the order. But there were times where women would leave their husband, try to get child support, and they would make it look like, because the order has the records of all the work, right? They all work in the order. So they would make it look like the husband made less money. So they would only pay like $12 a month for child support. And at the end of the day,
There would be a lawyer.
Yeah.
And they would be like, oh, I have no money, no job,
Yep.
no nothing.
they act like Cody, like, why should I have to do this? Da, 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 da. But it's like, if you loved your kids and your wife ever for 1 second, you would want them to be okay not paying $12 a month for child support.
Consulting me.
You know what? Let me tell you what. No.
No.
You stay
I'm
and
done
talk.
listening to you.
You stay and talk.
No. I'm not going to because you're not listening.
You're not listening to me.
And I'm not going to.
Okay, so we're done.
Goodbye.
You.
Fuck you, Cody.
She's so over it now.
Yeah. Like, I would be too. Like, at the end of the day, he was interrupting her the whole time. He was blaming her for everything, taking no accountability, acting like it's her problem to figure out the relationship that he has with his own kids. But he's sitting there acting like it's normal for it to be her issue, not his. She wants to have a Christmas with the kids. Like, at this point, why would she want to have a Christmas with you?
Right.
You're a toddler.
And he'll be at Robin's, of course.
Yeah,
Woo!
exactly.
My mic.
Did it fall? I don't even know if these things are still on. Poor Janelle.
Okay, so we're done.
Goodbye.
You. Shut it off.
I'm cutting cameras.
Turn the cameras off. You should have cut the cameras way before. She has this closet with a dartboard of Cody. It's like so shredded. A pinata.
I had gone into this conversation wanting to keep it logical, and I figured we would take this step by step. But really, truly, I don't think he's looking for an excuse. I was really upset when he left because it feels like there's a finality to it, and now I'm worried about what happens to me. It feels like Cody and I are no longer going to be a couple. It really does. It was that dramatic. There'd been so much buildup, and then not so much the words. Yes, the words were very harsh, but just the feeling was like, we're done. You keep cutting me off.
There is no interest in understanding each other here. There is only a bitterness that has no place.
It took me about a half hour to kind of overcome the shock of the conversation. And I called him and I said, come get your stuff. So in my mind, he is out of the house.
Good for her.
My faith, my religious belief, my spiritual beliefs don't really allow for you to just walk away because things are hard. I know that he does feel the responsibility. He feels like he can't leave a wife because it's bad on him if he leaves a wife high and dry. Like says, I'm no longer married to you.
So he's trying to really get them to leave him.
Oh my gosh. You think that's what it is?
Because that, like, have you seen this little trend going around online where it's like when you start to hate your girlfriend and the things that they would do? So some guys would be like, I would just start doing, like, treating her like shit or like doing these crazy things that nobody would stay for because I want her to leave me.
And then make it think it's their idea.
Yeah, right. They just start treating you like shit because they don't want to be the bad guy. They don't want to break up with you, but they don't want to be with you. So they're like,
Wow.
I'm going to do all this shit because nobody would stay for it. And
It's
then
so
it would
stupid
say,
though, because it's like it's really them not having the balls to
Right.
just have this hard conversation.
Right, but that's the thing is in his religion, he cannot leave
Yeah.
the wife. So if they leave, it's them.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
I never thought about that, because to me I was like, oh, he just feels really bad because it's like this guilt and shame tied to him getting divorced. But that makes sense that he could be like, well, I didn't leave them, they left me.
Right.
I'm still like worthy, right, God? It's so weird, like seeing this man hold this Bible, talking to the family. It's so crazy that here he is yelling at his wife, being an asshole, and then the other scene is him holding a Bible. Isn't that always the case? They make it, I feel like so many religions, sadly, it's just an excuse for men to be assholes.
And so his pattern seems to be that he just sort of ignores that person. It feels like he wants you to say it's over because he doesn't want the responsibility of being the husband who says, I don't want to be married to you anymore.
You called it. Like I had to, you see the cork in there?
Oh my gosh.
Look at the cork.
Oh yeah,
Can see
you
it?
used scissors and like stabbed it in.
Yeah, it was a bloody massacre. But I had to have this wine. If I have to listen to Cody for 10 more minutes, I have to have more wine. Bless you. Quiet on the set.
Cody, shut up.
Cody, shut the fuck up.
Oh my heck. Like I have nothing financially. I am tied up in this property. Everything as far as my estate goes. Any kind of savings, money, anything is tied up in this property. I am a smart woman and I have done this very dumb thing. I trusted in this family structure, but now I'm really stuck. And I was like, oh my hell, I'm 50 and I have nothing. Mortgage on a portion of it that we just didn't have the cash for. If we do not pay it off, we're in jeopardy of losing the land, just like any other mortgage. And Cody just sticks his head in the sand. Well, look, he's sitting on property with Robin. It's 4 acres and a house. Like, no, he doesn't care.
So sure, Robin and I have a home. We have to house our children. I tried to help Janelle buy a house. I tried to talk her into buying a house. We had the means to do that.
I thought that he was paying for like half of the mortgage on each wife's home. So I asked in my last video, like, does Cody like help pay for all the properties? And I've had a lot of people say like no, but he had the other wives help pay for Robin's house. So I'm like, okay. But here's Janelle. She was like living in a trailer for a while. I'm like, why is it that Robin gets to have her house first when Janelle's over here living in a trailer? So to me, I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. But they all put money on Coyote Pass because it's like this plot of land that they were all gonna move on to. But like no one's moved on there yet. And like here's Janelle like, oh shit, like I put all this money over here and I don't even want to live here now. So it kind of sucks for her.
Dang.
I don't know what's next. And now I'm sort of in shock and I'm trying to figure out what the heck I'm going to do. I mean, there's a few people I could talk to about this, like Maddie and Christine. I don't even know what I think yet.
This Christmas is just a big indication of how split up our family really, really is. This is the first Christmas in, 27 years that we're going to be separated. Janelle is not doing Christmas with everybody. She's going to be doing Christmas with her kids.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Garrison, hi, love.
How do I turn this?
Garrison, Janelle's biological son, but really my son, he told me that he's going to have dinner at his girlfriend's house. So he's like, can you please help me make rolls?
My mom's and Christine's kids have always been very, very close. Christine would stay at home and kind of do all the cooking and stuff. And then my mom was almost always working. Christine and my mom's kids have all kind of still had a bond.
Oh my gosh, she looks just like Janelle, the mom. That's what I think is really cute, and the one thing that I feel like everyone from these polygamous cults loves and talks good about is the bond they have with their siblings.
Yeah.
We all still, cherish that relationship that we have, so.
Okay, so put 1 cup of butter and then 2 cups of milk. So 1 cup of butter into that pot and start melting the butter.
Janelle has always been super, super generous with her kids. I've been involved in all of the big things in Janelle's kids' life. And so when I left Flagstaff, I was leaving them all behind.
Okay, Garrison, that's plenty. Stop.
It's not a circle yet, so it's not a circle
No, you
yet.
don't need it anymore. Stop. You
Okay.
don't want to overwork the dough.
Yeah, I mean, Garrison calling, needing my help was just confirmation. Even though I've left their dad, I'm still going to be in their lives. And that's what I was hoping for.
How's that?
It's kind of crazy to think though, like there's so many moments where the wives and the moms have these intimate, really cute moments with the kids, I never see that with the dad though. The dad never experiences these kind of like monumental moments in the kids' lives. It's not really a thing for the kids. So I really think that these kids probably don't even really have a relationship with their dad.
Yeah.
Janelle and I are getting together for a couple of days after Christmas. So all of the traditions that we would usually do for those couple of days around Christmas, we're gonna do them. We're gonna do them all in those couple of days. So excited. We're just gonna hang on to that tradition. It's super important to have those couple of days together.
We yelled at each other.
You guys yelled at each other?
Yeah, we threw rocks at glass houses.
It's tense and awkward and weird.
I just left Janelle's house and we just had a big blow up. How's it going, Mary?
Good, how are you?
All right. I think we've only had a fight like this maybe 5 times in our lives. Pretty intense. But I'm headed over to Mary's because, well, I already had plans to go talk to her.
Wow, you guys seem like wah, wah, wah.
I'm okay.
This is a weird place to be coming to that meeting from this.
We better talk about
Holiday seasons.
Christmas, I guess.
I don't know what there is to talk about.
What's Janelle doing?
Janelle and Christine have rented a short-term rental.
I thought Christine wasn't coming until after Christmas.
Yeah.
I know, it's weird that they it almost feels like Robin and Cody always know what's going on because they're like they really are a team, and then they just like these guys are like afterthoughts.
It's not until after Christmas.
So
I think they're trying to shut me out because they're mad at me.
it's weird. They're being weird right now. What is going on? It's like, all right, guys, it's Christmas. It's supposed to be fun and happy and joyful. Is Janelle not coming over with the kids on Christmas?
No.
She said
Really?
she's not.
Well, no, we're not getting together.
I thought you were talking to her about this and stuff.
Oh, no, we didn't talk.
Oh, I thought
We yelled at each other.
You guys yelled at each other?
Yeah, we threw rocks at glass houses.
It's scary because, like, what does this mean? And it sounds like the issues that we're having about Christmas are just getting worse.
She sounds like she's from the Roundies, is she?
No, I think she's in the group, but she was married in the group before got a divorce and then married Cody. But maybe she is Roundy because they're all kind of like. I feel like the AUB is a melting pot for polygamists because you have Christine who's all red, right? That's the main thing. But then you also have Barlows who are originally from the FLDS. You have Johnsons. You have we're related to some of them. It's like a melting pot. So you could be right. She could be Roundy. She kind of looks like that too.
Yeah, she looks like my uncle's wife.
We should. I'm gonna Google this. I'll put it on the screen.
You guys were just yelling at each other?
Pretty much. I don't even know
About what?
what I was yelling.
What were you yelling
Well, that's
about?
always dangerous when
Well,
you have
everybody's.
no idea what you're
it's
yelling.
it's about the.
I was yelling. I don't even know what I was yelling, but I was yelling.
I didn't say nothing.
It's the blame game. It's the big blame game about who's responsible for our family splitting up over COVID. I don't know. Like, the boys aren't talking to me.
Have you tried?
Yeah, I've reached out to basically everybody. They're making up stories in their mind because they're not talking to me. So everybody's got some story about how dad's a bad guy.
He's always the victim in every scenario.
We're just having 2 groups of Christmas. Hey, listen, I was threatening to do this last Christmas.
Well, no, Christine's not going to be here for Christmas. So that's not 2 groups.
She's getting together with Janelle.
Well,
After you said.
After
Yeah, well.
Christmas.
The fact that our family is not all together and all getting along and doing Christmas together this year is really weird. Maybe it would just be easier for me to hole up in my house and not be around. I don't know. It's tense and awkward and weird.
What I gather from the things Janelle was throwing at me is that everybody's sort of making up a story about me, and they're talking to each other about it, but they're not talking to me about it. And now they're all mad at me.
She was saying that she wasn't going to be the in-between.
Well, I wish she wouldn't be, but she's.
He's turning it around. He literally wants her to be the in-between, telling her to fix the issue with his kids, right?
She's telling him to talk to them.
Yeah, and then he's over here like, I want her to not be the in-between, but she keeps insisting on it. Like, he's now gaslighting them and making, oh my god. We just witnessed it in one episode. He said one thing to Janelle and complete opposite to these guys. But of course, he doesn't even realize what he's doing.
Cody feels pretty angry, and whenever you're angry, you're not gonna see any other perspective. You've got blinders on. But playing devil's advocate, maybe Janelle's not colluding. I mean, when you use the word collude, and when Cody uses it, like, it means everybody is banding up against him. And maybe she's not doing that.
Christine and Janelle are doing everything they can to make it so I'm not the head of the family, which is fine. Basically.
And every episode I've watched, he always talks about how he needs to be the head of the family. And if he's not, then he goes batshit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I became the head of mine and my kids' family out of necessity. I was the one that my kids would listen to, and I was the one my kids talked to.
She's the one that's there the majority of the time, so why the hell would they take his advice over the one that's there, like, nurturing them and knowing what's going on in their lives?
Right.
So, you know, I guess we do Christmas Eve here and then Christmas morning at Robin's house.
As long as you guys are cool with it. You know, for me, Christmas over the last few years has changed a lot. There's less magic. I don't know if it's the state of the family, the state of the relationships, and that makes me sad. And do I, like, invite Janelle and the kids that are around, or do I not?
How do you want to do it, Mary? How do you want to do Christmas Eve?
I don't know, Cody. I have no idea. Like, I feel like I'm completely stuck in the middle. Let's be real. You've got Christine who left. You've got Janelle that you're at odds with. I'm like the third wheel. Honestly, I feel like I've been put in a really awkward position. I'm not in the Cody and Robin married club. I'm not in the Janelle and Christine friend club. If I had my way, the family would all get together and be together. I don't know what to do. If I go over to Robin and Cody's for Christmas, I'm going over to Robin and Cody's for Christmas. If they were to come over to my house, they'd be coming to Mary's house. Not Mary and Cody's house. They'd be coming to Mary's house. See the difference?
I'm trying to figure out, like, could you be around everybody and, like, because last year you were struggling with that. Like, you were struggling because of what just happened with the boys.
No, I'd rather just be around people who really want to be around me.
No,
It could get ugly.
well, nobody wants to be around you, so sorry to say that.
It could get ugly if
Could get
everybody
ugly.
I don't know. I can't speak to Janelle now. I mean, it's just, we've crossed the line. I have no idea when
You just call her up or you go over and you say,
No,
let's
I'm
talk.
not interested in that. It's just like,
there
has to be a time when we go long enough to where we can look at each other and actually have a conversation. Janelle and I need to sit down in a space and talk about what we want in our lives. Because I'm not sure she wants me in hers.
I have an idea that maybe she doesn't like me.
Okay, so we're done.
Goodbye.
You.
It's just a hunch, but I don't know if she likes me.
So are you going to invite everybody?
Probably not.
She's like, I don't want to get uninvited, so I can't invite them.
I feel like Mary's been grasping at straws to try to be in the family because she was the top biatch because she was the first wife, and now she's like at the bottom of the food chain. She's like, well, what do you guys want me to do, and I'll do it.
I just want to run away from everybody who's been so uncool about.
You guys being uncool. He's like talking to his own kids. You guys are uncool. I don't want to hang out with you anymore.
Nobody feels safe. Nobody feels like they can be with another person without being just triggered constantly. And that's a weird thing to be, because with normal people, they can talk me. And I'm going to be like, well, screw you. I'm getting away from you. But with your family, it triggers you. There's like...
Normal people hate me, but when my family hates me too. Every episode I've watched with him, he's like almost putting the pieces together, but not quite. But I don't know. We'll see how this ends. We have like 1 more minute left.
There's this feeling that we've all been done wrong. The flames are on the bridge, and I think most of us is just kind of walking away from the bridge, wondering if the bridge is strong enough to hold up, or if it's going to burn down.
Next time on Sister Wives.
Okay.
This is the first year that I'll be doing Christmas separate. Janelle's doing Christmas separate too.
Merry Christmas.
I really don't expect that we'll see Cody. It's been a week and a half, and he hasn't said a thing or called or texted Savannah.
We were one big family, and now we're kind of separate.
You get in this place where it's like, well, I should just be the devil I think I am now.
I'm just gonna be the devil. Bro, you've been the devil.
Yeah, like if everybody thinks I'm a bad person, I'm just gonna be a bad person.
Robin's in for a ride, and any of the other wives that stay with him.
Wow. So he's kind of like calling Cody out, basically. Okay.
You'll find not your friend anymore.
So I have every time I do these videos, I have like thoughts at the end, but I feel like it's just really every episode I watch, Cody's true colors are coming out more and more. At the end of the day, he's lacking accountability. He wants it to be everyone else's fault. He wants to gaslight the other wives into being on his side, which I'm kind of let down, kind of disappointed in Mary for not questioning him. Like, how did you reach out to your kids? What did you do? Like, to kind of holding him accountable. But at the end of the day, it's not really their responsibility to hold him accountable, but you're married to the dude. Like, how are you just gonna let him like coast like that, you know?
Well, they probably know like exactly how he acts when he's in certain moods, so she's like, I don't want to say anything because then he's gonna start yelling at me.
Yeah, you don't want to be,
and I'm gonna get uninvited for Christmas.
Yeah, that's probably right. You're probably right. Where they're probably relieved that the flames are on another wife rather than themselves. Like he's looking at them, mad at them, like, whew, they don't have to be mad at me right now. Yeah, that could be it too. I really want to watch the next episode now. It was exciting to see Christine leave him, and now it looks like Janelle's like following her out.
Close, yeah.
Yeah, good for them. What did you think? Like, did you think that this was gonna be what it was? Because this is the first time you watched a full episode.
No, honestly, so before that, I heard that they were like so happy and it was like so amazing and showed how polygamy could be or whatever, and I was like, dang. Then I would see like recently on TikTok like little things, and I'm like,
But I always thought that they were lying about it. Like, even when I was younger, I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assumed that too, like off cameras, then they're just like, I hate you.
Yeah. Or like, I've always said this on my channel, like there's always a favorite wife, and in this scenario it's Robin, and they all know it. Because at the end of the day, you can't, if you're really in love with someone, why would you keep searching? You know what I mean? Why would you keep wanting more and more and more if you're truly in love with that person and you're happy? So we forgot to do an outro because we were drunk and it was New Year's, so it's how I buy that. But thank you guys so much for watching, and of course subscribe to Priscilla's channel. If you want to watch part 1, go to my channel. Everything is linked down below. Love you guys.